Welcome to Snap Back to Reality, where we discuss our opinionated state on the culture and everything surrounding it. That's right.
Transphobia,
or the lack
thereof,
is my dog.
It look like I'm getting you? Does it look like I'm getting you, motherfucker?
One thing to say, you better work.
Welcome to episode 1 of Snap Back
Welcome to episode 1 of Snap Back to Reality. Today's reality is transphobia, or the lack thereof.
Or the lack thereof.
So we're going to get into a couple of things. We'll probably name our sources at the end of the episode. But for now, we're just going to jump into it.
How you doing?
For the bathroom doors, we should just put one that has a vagina and the other one has a penis. So, if you still have your vagina, you can go in. If you still have your penis, you can't go into the one with the vagina. Simple as that.
I'm good. Kind of pent up. Got a little too much research. I feel like when you're studying things, those kind of things happen. You kind of get warped into it. Like you called it. No spoiler alert. You called it a phase. I like that. I got wrapped up in the phase.
So it's been a little hectic with all the information you've been absorbing.
Yes.
So yeah, you're a little rattled.
I could say that.
A little right.
Right.
Are you disturbed?
I feel. I want to cry. I feel like I could cry.
What?
One of the ones we watched about the kids, it just messed me up.
Okay, yes, we're referencing Transhood. This is a documentary on HBO, currently streaming.
Yes, HBO Transhood.
It basically follows these children.
Coming of age.
Of
right. Some of them are 4, some of them are 12.
Right, 4 to 17 and 5.
Definitely check it out when you get a chance.
5 years of them trying to
figure out who they are.
These children. So yeah, I can say that was disturbing.
It's a little disturbing. I hate to see parents who feel like they win as far as they're gonna go, as far as like being seen.
Right.
Like they screamed as loud as they wanted to.
Right.
And now they're trying to make their kids their megaphones.
Oof.
Because no one hears them anymore.
She's all in the political aspect of it. She's, writing books, through the child, really.
Right.
I just felt like all of this is kind of being pressured onto the children through the parents. And it just didn't look good. It
didn't look genuine to
right.
me.
It didn't look genuine. Right. It was all it was more of a selfish reason. It wasn't for the children all like, I want to protect them and yada, yada, yada. It didn't come off that way. It just came as very predatory.
Predatory. That's
on
a good
their
one.
own children.
Yes. These children are just replicas of them.
Mm.
So it's like they're only gonna, whatever energy you give them, that's the energy they're gonna put out to the world. Most people, even if you don't have a relationship with your parents or you do, you still resemble them in some way. You have to. It's just all you know.
Right.
So when you see your parents treating you a certain way, either better or worse because you're pretending to be a thing or you're being a thing that you feel that's who you are, and you get more of a positive energy towards you for that.
Yeah.
You feel like it's a prize, so you go with it. Yeah. That's what I feel. I feel like they're going with whatever makes their parents happy, like we all try to do.
Right.
And sometimes that's not the right thing.
These babies, they're 4, 12,
right.
15, and it's like...
No hobbies.
Right.
Why don't you go outside, live a little?
Basically, throughout this documentary, you just watch these kids kind of grow up and change their mind. And the parents kind of do a 180 to some of them, and because the kids decided for themselves what they really wanted.
Well, the time went by.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
They got to see what it means to be the gender that they were born with,
or just a kid, just what a kid was. Right. So
the whole idea of rushing kids to identify sexuality and orientation
because you have nothing going on as a parent. Like your fucking dates suck, or your current husband, you're getting a divorce.
Right.
So you're just like, yo, what do you want to, like, you want to do something crazy?
Because
you
no
want to
one's
wear a
paying
dress?
attention to me. Right.
Right, because when I put on a dress, no one looks at me.
Right.
Right, so what if you wore my clothes?
Who gave these people babies? They have a vibe, a nervous vibe about them, as if they're not sure what to do with their children. So they say to the doctor, I'm pretty sure that she wants to be a boy. she goes, well, puberty doesn't really work like that. Before 9, a child's a child. Oh, okay, that's what that is?
Like, you weren't a whole child. Like, you don't know anything
I
about
forgot
I forgot how this goes.
But I do remember liking dresses. I was like, some of these clothes look better than the guys' clothes. I remember doing that. So, was I trans? She's like, no, Mrs. Rothenford, you're not trans. You just were questioning. Maybe I've been trans this whole time.
And I kind of like women.
I think I like women. Wait, am I gay?
So then now, let's leapfrog that to trans women playing cisgendered females in film.
Lead with the quote, what stands in the way becomes the way. And there are things that stand in the way of me being the very best version of myself. I want to talk about those things that get in the way of that, and I want to find solutions to get those things out of the way so we can be the very best versions of ourselves.
And that was one of my very conflicted, emotional, like not angry, like cowboy hick crazy angry, like I don't want to drag nobody behind my 4-wheeler or whatever. I'm angry in the sense of the delusion. It's like blatant ignorance on the trans part, especially black trans women. Or men who dress up as women.
They are women.
Yeah, they identify as women. Right. Yeah. Sometimes I like to identify myself as rich. But every time I go to the ATM, it reminds me exactly what gender I am. Because everybody knows that it's a status thing. So how whatever gender is doing better, that seems to be the poppin' one.
That's the one to go.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like, man, this black woman thing is taking off, right? Not necessarily black women, but the whole energy of black women is definitely taking off. It has been. All of your favorite shows, your favorite songs, your outfits, all your shit are generated from black women energy. And they know this. I mean, you know this as a black woman. And what happens is they make this cloud of confusion that we don't even feel. We're not confused. Right? We know the difference between a gay man and a black woman. Right? No matter how many Big Mamas you watch. Or
in London over there, because this is kind of why we brought up this conversation. Because Laverne Cox.
Yes, Laverne Cox.
Who, we all know her from Orange is the New Black, a transgendered actress.
Not to forget her latest stunt where she was confused for Beyonce at the tennis game.
Right, you know her from Inventing Anna from Netflix. So basically,
Laverne.
This transgendered woman was said to be mistaken for Beyonce at a tennis match. And this is when Serena was still
the actual black woman was playing a sport, and then they took away from the fact that she was playing a sport, and a trans took a spotlight of a straight black woman again.
You got a point.
Yeah. Nobody's even talking about the game. Who won?
Did she win?
Playing at the time.
Probably. She was playing.
Oh, wow.
But nobody's even talking about it.
Right.
They're talking about this lady that's a man.
So someone in the audience that was part of the media mistook, because, Laverne Cox had her mask on, and mistook her for Beyonce, literally called Laverne Beyonce, kind of made us a little
sus.
Hold on to your edges, to your wigs, to your weaves and lashes, because it's hard. Everybody knows that I lift Beyonce, that Beyonce is I try not to worship, gods on earth or goddesses, but I worship Beyonce.
That right there, I can't entertain. I can't entertain that. It's funny if it's done in satire, done like as a bit, but we're talking about on a global scale, the biggest black woman in the industry of music
right now. Yeah.
Right, and the people are trying to compare her to a transsexual.
Right.
That doesn't fly. There are no straight women pretending to be trans.
Right.
Zero.
Right.
That's all them. They can have all the dicks. You know what I'm saying? They could do all the tucking. Nobody's coming for RuPaul. She's been on TV for years. And nobody tried to mimic her or take anything, even though she's taking everything from black women. Right. But no one's coming for her. So
because she stays in her lane.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, he
stays in his lane.
He is what is it?
He's a
gay man.
Wait, he's gay?
He's a cisgender gay man.
What does queer music sound like?
Yeah.
They better not be rapping.
What's bisexual music?
Isn't it just regular music? Name one non-bisexual Cardi B song.
Bisexuals get like the least attention.
Because that's what happens. You think, look, if bisexuals feel like they left out, what are straight people? I got no powers. I'm just regular.
Boring.
Just boring ass regular. Right. Bible shit. Boring.
Yeah, we're not
old school.
We're not included.
No.
We're not even
Not
included.
interesting. Not interesting. Nothing to say at the table.
No, we're not. Like, our straight is not in with the LGBT.
Nah.
Like, we're not even
Yes,
invited.
cis.
No.
Yeah, cis is regular.
No. Cis is just the identity
you're born with. Yeah, that's regular.
Right.
Yeah, we're cis.
We're just cisgender.
Yeah.
We're cis.
We're cis. Yeah.
But again, I don't think RuPaul is trying to replace black women in the media or in the industry, because he never took a role that called for a black woman. He would take a role that called for a gay man.
Right.
You know, Laverne, I feel, is being a little disrespectful because
a lot of disrespect.
Inventing Anna, that she's playing a fitness instructor, Laverne talks, and based off of a real person who is a cisgendered female, and it's
a 65-year-old black woman.
Right. So it's like, why is that happening? Like, why are we using, a trans woman to portray a black woman?
I just want to be in the casting room. And I just want to see these poor 65-year-old women who kept their shit together, right? Stomach tight, because she's a fitness instructor, so stomach tight, body right, and then they get shut down by a 50-year-old man dressed as a woman.
Right.
That's not okay. I don't think that's cool.
I mean, and I brought up the point, I feel like they wouldn't do this to, the white version of that.
There are no white versions of that.
Like, say she had a white instructor, a fitness instructor, would they have made them as transgender as well?
No.
It would have been a 65-year-old white woman.
Right.
They probably would have got Jane Fonda, Jodie Foster back. They would have got her out of the fucking...
Right.
They would have got one of them back to play it.
So, you don't, you would kind of question that this is intentional.
Right.
To disrespect black
I call it the
women.
Little Nas X effect.
And now you take Beyonce and you say she looks like a tranny.
That's what that means in the long scheme of things. They said Beyonce resembles a tranny, and that's not.
When cisgender men or non-transgender men play trans women, it sends the message to a lot of people who don't know trans folks that trans women are really men. And so then when as brilliant as Jeffrey Tambor is, as brilliant as Jared Leto is, and all these actors who play trans women, when people who don't know anything about trans folks and trans women see this very sexy Jared Leto with his beard, accepting an Oscar for playing a trans woman, the message that is sent is that trans women are really men. And so when men find themselves attracted to trans women, she wrote, then when men who are attracted to trans women, then they have anxiety about that because of their own internalized homophobia and transphobia, and they've gotten this message that trans women are really men, and then this leads to violence.
like I was saying, intentional. This is for the industry to do that, to try to
make the black female
so masculine,
right?
Like,
or connect the two
and and make a mockery of
because now all of a sudden the black female is manly, and now the nigga wears dresses. So we become the women and you become the men. I don't know what island they want this on, or what kind of like fucking trans Jumanji they try to create. I don't want it because I feel like as soon as we start coming in as black people and start getting these roles that we want and doing all that, here comes another monkey wrench. Here comes another fucking thing that's gonna break us up all over again. We barely got the roles, we barely got the situations that we want to be in financially in the movie industry and have our faces out there and shit like that. I can't name any movies that have like not only an all black cast, but they're all American black, and there's a lead role with a black male and a black woman. And it's a hit.
Yeah.
What's the movie? They don't even write it.
Right.
It's not Wakanda. I'm not talking about Black Panther. I mean, like a regular movie. Like, what is it?
I mean, the last, I guess, anything from like Lovecraft.
That's a show.
That sounds really good.
Right. All black cast
all black
and
cast.
two straight love protagonists.
Right.
Two straight protagonists.
You know,
right.
As far as like the last 2 years, I don't even. Like, everything's mixed. Everything's interracial.
Right.
Or it's gay.
Did you remember when we tried to watch Euphoria?
Oh, Lord.
So, we tried to watch Euphoria because Drake and Future told us to. And so we did about, the pilot. Got to the pilot.
Yeah.
And
the first season.
We got a black young female.
OCD that counts problems.
ADHD counts too much.
Right.
And through her trials and tribulations of,
with her,
it causes her to hyperventilate. Jewish dad, and that journey, she meets a trans boy.
I'm like, who is this for?
Who likes sleeping with white men off Tinder, and her black mom. Is that right? Is this what the kids are doing?
For real, like this is the accurate depiction of like the.
We was worried about prom, bro.
For real.
Prom was a problem.
Yeah,
like going to the fucking.
Didn't go?
Yeah, it was just like fuck. Right. Yo, I was like, I miss emo. I miss niggas being emo. They're not emo anymore because as soon as they feel any emotion, they want to chop it off.
Wow.
They want to just get rid of it.
Damn. But we can't relate to it because it just seems so forced.
Yes.
Like,
I feel it was laid back. Like imagine it being like, if you want to say him, her, his, her, or whatever, you can if you want to. If you don't, that's cool too, right? Like, we're trans, we're gay, we don't care. Like, hey, you want to say the alphabet, you want to do LGBT, you could do that too. If you don't, that's cool. It's not like that. They're trying to pass laws that if I don't let you come in the same bathroom as me, I'm in trouble.
I'm a racist.
I'm a racist. Like, could you imagine that? Like, there's no laws that happened once they ended segregation that was like, if you mess with those black people, you're gonna be in trouble. I'll let y'all hang out. But listen, y'all too different. Okay? So you gotta know that there's gonna be black bathrooms and white bathrooms. We're gonna get rid of those. All y'all gonna go to the same bathrooms, but you gotta be cool. They was not cool, right? No penalties, no laws changed,
this
nothing.
Thing with the bathroom?
I don't know. I told you, it's just fucking gay white men that want to see dicks, bro. They just want to go into the bathroom.
No blacks can go.
And then the horny white guys want to go into the women's bathroom.
We have an update now on an incident inside a Los Angeles spa that sparked violent protests in June. Someone accused a transgender person of indecent exposure at the Wee Spa on Wilshire. Well, now police say that person has a history of such incidents. 52-year-old Darren Moraga has been arrested and charged with 5 felony counts of indecent exposure. According to the LAPD, Moraga has been a registered sex offender.
I don't know. There's this thing.
I never see black gays on the news though, trying to get into the bathroom. It's always the Like, do you see like what is shots, whatever, like whatever black trans nigga that on there with the dress on and all that, right? Mm-hmm. Is he ever talking about going into the bathroom? Is he always like, how come y'all won't let me use the woman's bathroom?
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
It's always, from what I see on the news, it's always a male, white, gendered person.
Right, Ohio.
They are having the issues.
Right. One of the key points, parenting. I feel a lot of it happens within the house. Most of the trauma that happens to you in your entire life is going to start from your house before you hit the street, before anything that happens in the street.
Right.
And a lot of this is like, if they feel like if the parents paid more attention to their kids as the gender that they were born in,
right,
they wouldn't have changed their gender in the first place, I feel.
Right.
Like, if they just gave them all that energy when they were just a regular boy or a regular girl.
Well, like you said, you kept saying this throughout the documentary, like, if they would just pay more attention to them. Like, how much attention did you get as a girll as opposed to you pretending to be a boy?
Right. You feel like a boy. I know.
Yeah, you turning yourself into a boy.
They're more excited about the transformation than your actual.
Right, your cisgendered.
Right.
Like, you know,
like I have to do something for you to pay attention to
me.
Right.
So that's the feeling you had with that.
And again, that goes back to me saying, if gay people would just chill, if there wasn't a transformation, if he just was just acting like a woman, the kid or whoever, you just act like a regular woman, like most women I know that just chill back and fucking relax, then that would have been a different thing. But you're like, no, I want fucking Boa. I want Lady Gaga life. Extra, I want, just extra. And it's just like, that's just loud. That's not you being a gender. You're just being loud. Yeah. You know? Because you're not being like a regular woman. You're just being a loud person. Right. That's for attention. Right. Not all women beg for attention. Right. If that's their perception of what a woman is.
Right. Like, even...
Some of y'all want to be left alone.
Through the documentary, we see one of the transgendered males, male to female, just exhibit this weird kind of connection of what it means to be a female. Oh, it means dressing provocatively, belly shirts, tight. Like, this is what feminine means to them.
Right, what it is to be like a woman.
Seen as a woman,
right.
As a 17-year-old, though, I know, like, there are, some of the 17-year-olds are dressing provocatively. There's no problem in that. But, like, it's just as a 17-year-old to jump immediately into that sexualized version of themselves.
That's not a vibe. That's your vibe. That's me asking you as a kid, like, hey, I don't know, no one's talking to me. I'm going to school, no one's fucking with me, what should I do? Right. Back then in school, when you felt like you was getting cut out and no one paid attention to you, it was you. You're the problem. You're being weird. You're not communicating. You're not expressing yourself well enough.
Right.
I think majority of the children in this new wave are dealing with single parents' homes a lot different than we did back then. Mm-hmm. Like, we looked at the toxicity in the home as parents weren't supposed to be together. We said, like, maybe my mother didn't like that guy, or my dad didn't like that, or my mother or whatever, or my sister or whatever. Like, we looked at it as just like two humans not connecting with each other. It wasn't like we thought of their genders or anything like that. It was just like relationships are probably hard, And I feel like the kids nowadays are just replacing what everyone's taking out of the home. So all of a sudden, you got two lesbian parents, and then the kid is a male. He wants to be a boy. Your daughter
to replace
the dad.
The dad,
right? So all of a sudden, the daughter who's coming of age, she's your daughter. But she sees you marrying another woman or being with another woman and acting highly, like favoring women. Probably watching movies. You're doing all type of shit, right? So why would I date a boy? Right? So now the dad's out, there's no dad, and the child only sees what the parent is interested in and what makes them happy. Right? So it's not like me being me is not gonna work. Right? She's like, if I say like your daughter, this is not gonna work because look what you're doing, and I just want to date boys. Right? You don't like that. So what I want to do is be the one you got rid of. I want to be dad now. And I want to date women just like you. That's messed up. Right. And majority of the other homes, a lot of homes have like the boys with no mom, and then they want to be girls.
Yeah, there's so many layers to that. Like LGBTQ, they have all of these letters to represent the phases of sexuality.
It's all about sex. Let's not forget that. We're talking about who I want to have sex with.
Right.
If they're gonna talk
like
about
when the time comes,
I'm gonna fuck this person.
Right.
I may be 7 now,
yeah.
but I feel like a lady, and I may want some penis.
And
I
that's
think
what kind of freaked me out about the parenting and with these transgender kids, especially kind of putting it on them to decide right away. I mean, at 4 years old, why do you think that is appropriate for a 4-year-old to decide what they want?
I don't think it's a conversation.
But I mean, at least it didn't get far to the point where they were taking hormones. It was basically just her letting this child experience what it was to dress up as.
Well, that was at 4 years old.
4
but
years
they
old.
said, "Fuck if I know." They said, "Let's get it." They said by 11, you can start pumping them juices like Bane, busting all that fucking testosterone in your body.
Bane style, just juicing up.
And now you growing a mustache, and your mom is hype. Your lesbian mom is like, "Yo, this is the most
beautiful day
of my life." Like, you're looking at videos. You got these parents looking at videos of when they gave birth to their kids as the gender that they were, and then like that person is long gone. He's no longer Tristan. That's Joy now. Like, it's fucked up.
And it hurt because I had to be okay with my mom saying, I will never call you Jen because Jen murdered my son.
But the willingness to do it.
I think it's just scared. Parents are scared. Yo, my thing is, I feel like suicide is one of those vibes that the kids are threatening their parents with.
Isn't somebody just threatening all day? Like,
just threatening their parents all day. If you don't let me chop my dick off, I'm gonna kill myself.
The only thing I can say about Transphobia is that it didn't really feature any other people of color. They were always white.
They were all white.
So I feel like it was a good documentary, but it didn't really touch on.
It is still white people doing white people things.
the person of color, or black person or Asian, whatever. It didn't really touch on their perspective.
Right.
So I could have had a little bit more inclusivity, like just to see other perspectives and dealings with it, like how the parental situation.
Or just being poor.
Right.
A lot of them weren't even poor. So I'm like,
so, it was all suburban.
Right. Like, I feel like you're becoming two different genders when one is expensive enough, right? One goes through a lot enough. One gender gets all the smoke. I feel like for wanting to do two, there's nothing going on in your life. Something that you like to do as a person. Where you need to create two personas of yourself in order to seem interesting. I feel like that goes beyond. That's like a spoiled life, Some people can't handle the gender that they were born with alone. But they feel like by adapting a new version of themselves and a whole new gender, everything's supposed to go smoothly and we're all supposed to adapt to it. I don't think no one thinks that's real life.
Right. I think
it's like a Jedi mind trick.
It's all Jedi mind trick.
I think it's just a Jedi mind trick. They're like, I am not a her.
For the purposes of what?
Right.
For attention.
Because they don't chill out. They don't just turn and chill.
Right.
They turn, they go full gremlin, gizmo.
I think it just disturbs me that parents are willing to do this much. It kind of reminds me of...
She's got paraplegia, epilepsy, heart murmur, and she's allergic to sugar. Everything I do for her.
My mom is my best friend. All she wants to do is keep me safe.
Like, watching the parents, it reminded me of the Munchausen syndrome.
Right, Gypsy Blanchard, yeah.
And instead of pretending that your kid is sick or making them sick to get sympathy, I feel like these parents are making their kids feel as if they're trans to get attention.
Right, every hiccup is a reality. Like, everything they do, they're like, oh, that's what you're gonna do?
Right.
Like a nervous tick.
Right.
But again, it's for them.
Like all the bakeries and, charities that you gotta start because your child is trans now.
Right.
Like, now you get to make all these new friends.
You are the new advocate for the Rainbow Coalition. You're in now.
Right.
You never had friends.
Never.
But you're childish trans, and now you're on top. Like, you're trending.
Yes.
Right.
Was kind of the feel from these parents. It's like, look, you got a film crew following you around because you have a trans kid. You never, grew up around trans. I didn't meet trans like that. The most you had was gay and drag queen. That was it. Transgendered people wasn't really on our radar like that growing up.
No, I don't think so. I'm talking about...
And not really gay either. Like, gay wasn't really a thing.
You're talking about tomboys.
Yeah, tomboys.
All of the tomboys from my high school have children now. All of them. All of them fucking, like, not one, like 4, like a lot.
Right.
Like, they may have birthed gay kids, but as far as them pretending to be gay in school, they are no longer gay.
Right.
So I feel like you said, it's like a phase with a Z. I feel like it's a phase, and you gotta let them ride that shit out, because when you take them to the hospital and you start talking like real shit to them, like, yo, you about to get snipped, like, we about to do it. They're like, you know how kids don't want to back down from a challenge? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna do this shit, let me do it. I'm gonna fucking rock it. Not knowing, like, some of this shit you can't get back. Like, I stunned your growth for, like, fucking 3 years with these hormones. So, like, you telling you, like, if we keep going with this, you ain't gonna have a dick. And he's like, I'm totally cool with that.
Okay with that.
I don't think confused party version 15-year-old who wants to kiss everybody should just eliminate a body part before you hit 20. And like also, I feel like every fucking white trans is just a black woman, right? And me,
right?
They all just act like black women. A lot of hand movements, a lot of slapping, a lot of bullshit, jive, a lot of jive, a lot of sass, too much sass, channeling that energy, and that won't come out of Dylan. Dylan's not popping like that.
Right.
To me, that's multiple personality disorder. I don't think it's a sex thing.
What's his name? Robert's not here.
Robert's not here right now. Only Luna is here. Right.
Again, I don't know transgenders, like, they don't really cross my path. If I do see them in the street, like, it's just like,
it's all good.
It's just another person, so it's not like a thing. It's like, I don't think we're transphobic, but
No.
I
don't think transphobia exists.
I think we just, right. Like, well, that was an issue you were bringing up, like the deceiving part of it.
Yeah, all of them have this pattern
of not
telling anyone who they were.
Right. So, you know, you're dating someone, you're making out with them, and then it's like, oh wait, you're not really a girl or you're not really a guy. So this is a deceiving part of it. You can't say someone's transphobic if you were deceived.
Oh, the deception. The betrayal, man. You deceived me.
You're deceiving someone. So I think they blur this line. They make this gray
They make it
area.
really like sketchy, where it's just like, do
And
I
that-
have to tell them what I am?
Right, but
Well, we don't get to do that.
Right.
Fuck
Oh, you mean
off.
as black people?
Black people, we can't hide it. We just are. It doesn't matter if it's trending or not. It doesn't matter if we're popping on TikTok at the moment.
Right.
When we leave the house, we're black, right? So they want to compare their struggles to all the other minorities and all the other like diversity issues that are happening. Like, oh, if you don't see what's happening with us, then you don't fix this, you can't fix that, and that's fucking backwards. Okay, people can't even handle a race yet, so they're not gonna handle gender. That's made up from this is your perspective. You say you feel like a woman.
Right.
I see a man in a dress, right? You like, yeah, that's what you see.
Jedi mind trick.
But I'm actually a woman.
Jedi mind trick.
Right? So if we can't see people of color, how the fuck we gonna get to see people of color and those same people of color as a different gender?
Right.
It's making it harder. It's making it harder. They're setting us back.
What's up, MTV? Now listen up. Some of you know me as Billy on the Street, but on September 30th, I have a movie coming out called Bros. Bros is making history as the first gay rom-com ever made by a major studio, and the first where every role is played by an openly LGBTQ actor. And I need you all there in theaters on September 30th, because we need to show all the homophobes like Clarence Thomas and all the homophobes on the Supreme Court that we want gay love stories, and we support LGBTQ people, and we are not letting them drag us back into the last century, because they are in the past, and Bros is the future. Are you with me?
Now, I don't know who these writers are.
I don't know who these Jews are.
Jews?
No, don't put that on
who
me.
These writers are who are dreaming up these characters, these gay characters,
No.
these transgender
Fantasizing
characters,
about like
and
these
who they
versions
are.
of them. And I couldn't tell, by the way.
Yeah.
The whole movie, I was like, I love you. And you are such a beautiful woman.
Like-
and then I don't know until you take out your dick and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know who does this. I know what a woman is.
Right.
I know what a woman smells like.
Right.
Like, there's no way.
You're like,
no way.
That's a dude.
Yeah, that's a dude, and I respect you,
Right.
but I'm not into penis right. I
And
don't want to be
again,
in no penis right now.
You see a lot of these trans dudes, they don't want to tell who they are because they want to keep up this image or this fantasy of who they like. I can trick this person
Right.
into believing that,
And that's not what being accepted is.
Right. Or like, I got him. Like,
Right.
You know,
He thought I was a woman.
right. Like that's how
you get murdered.
That's how good I look.
Right. That's how you get murdered.
Good I am. But yeah, that's how you get murdered. Because, and I don't think it's being transphobic.
No.
Again, I think it's just you have a preference. You cannot change my preference for me.
Right.
And-
That's up to me, just like that was up to you.
Yeah, like now I have feelings, and now I'm discouraged because you lied to me this entire time.
And I'm not gay.
And I'm not gay.
Right.
And yeah, I don't want to put your dick in my mouth.
Right. I don't really feel like taking dick right now.
Right.
Is that okay with you?
Is that okay?
Right. I don't feel like straight men. Honestly, you don't help women transition into womanhood.
Right.
Right. So they're looking out these straight men, and they're trying to complete their process or their journey with
feeling like a woman
with my emotions.
Right. Yes.
Right. Now I'm gonna say the first rule. This is out the gate of any woman I know is to love yourself first. Right. That's all women. Whitney Houston. Everybody talk about loving yourself first. Mary J. Blige, love yourself first. Right.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the white woman.
That Shania Twain.
Hit him. Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
Get some.
What? Jewel.
Jewel. Number one about loving yourself.
Why am I saying?
You know. But what I'm saying is, like, they were speaking about loving yourself first, and then you can love someone else, right?
Yes.
I never met a woman, honestly, like in my whole almost 40 years of living, that needed my help to identify as a woman.
Right.
I know as men we can help them appreciate womanhood, but like to complete them is not a man's job in any sense at all. Right? So what I think that most trans people, I mean, if they want a smoother ride, they should love themselves first, and definitely let whoever they're dating, let them know who they are up front. Cause like that ass, you could be fucking queer, straight, whatever, gay, binary, non-binary. You don't like being lied to. Right. Nobody likes being lied to. Right. So it's not a gay thing. It's not a trans thing. Like, it's a liar is a liar.
They said that even in the documentary, the dude was like, if you're not completely honest about who you are, and the person gets angry or
what if
violent,
they don't like you?
You know,
nigga,
like,
that's life.
No, and then it's like, no, so that means you're transphobic and gay.
Nah.
Like
right. Nigga said, oh, okay. So so if you don't like me transitioning into a woman, you are transphobic.
Right.
And also, if you don't like me as a gay man, you homophobic.
Yes.
Bro, I'm just straight.
And you didn't tell me you were not.
Right. They're like, it's not my. First of all, I don't have to. Why do we have to tell you?
That's catch-22. Like, I'm damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if you don't tell me,
but don't ask.
Right. Like you said, when Obama got rid of it, don't ask them.
Right, But Trump was trying to save these niggas' lives, bro. He was trying to save these niggas' lives because he was like, don't ask, don't tell, throw that out. Because what the truth of that is, that's how you get murdered. You can't be tricking niggas, especially soldiers. So here you are. First of all, we can't protect the women in the army right now. There are women missing. Like they're sending, the troops are going to the parents' homes. And they're like, we don't know where your daughter is, but yo, here's her flag, bro. Like, we got her flag. We can't curb that. We can't even fix that, right? We can't fix that yet. We haven't figured out how to stop the women murders and the goddamn barracks and all the forts yet. We can't get them bodies found. But these niggas want to go as men disguised as women and think me, I just killed 4 or 5 Arabs. I'm fucking hyped. I'm gonna take that lightly. You gonna get murdered. Right. They're still murdering cheerleaders, bro. Yeah. Like, the niggas is still in college gang raping, murdering cheerleaders. Right. So what makes you safer than your average woman?
Right. Yeah, I don't understand the
and I'm not hating. See, I don't want to come across as a hater. That's the problem.
Yeah, no,
right?
no, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand where you draw the line. Like, you can't have it both ways.
I don't think so.
Not tell someone who you are, genuinely who you are, and then not get
smoke.
Right. Like,
we don't risk that. It's called catfishing.
Exactly.
When we do it, it's called catfishing, and you get 86, or something worse can happen.
Yeah, I don't know how this builds the trust.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And you want a
destroys the
real
trust.
relationship.
Right,
You want something
exactly.
real. But your whole shit's a lie.
Right. You know, I don't, and like it's the same thing with the bathrooms. It's like you guys get all hung up on it.
Then what happens? We let you in, now what happens? You good? You already went to the Olympics.
Right.
You already swimming. You already got the niggas swimming faster than the women.
But it's like, you know, we made such a big deal about the bathrooms for years.
Oh,
and
God.
It's like you finally got it.
Could you imagine Kansas or Tennessee doing it? And now we don't think about their racism anymore. They're just like, Tennessee has moved forward. They got trans bathrooms now. We forget about the lynching, all that shit. We just like, oh, these niggas is forward, bro.
Right, yeah. Meanwhile,
get the fuck out of here.
Willie is hanging in the tree.
Willie's still in the tree.
Willie's still in
Willie
the tree.
is still in the tree.
Yikes. They make it seem like this is the only issue for the last 50 years.
How dare
Trans
you?
rights. Like, they're hogging all of it. I mean, maybe we're hogging it. I don't know.
See,
Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, that bullshit.
We taking it.
That just
Too
took
long.
off the
Too
last
long.
6 years. But before then, there was a whole civil rights movement.
Right. Oh, that was us hogging it again.
Right, exactly.
Fucking
It's
hoggers,
always been
bro.
about us. So maybe,
Hoggers.
like,
Black
trans
this, black that.
like shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, and I think especially white people would get behind all of that.
Oh shit! White people will get
immediately,
around behind Satan.
so we don't have to deal with like
The
optics
real
of-
problems.
of
Literally, Satan.
racism.
Little Nas X has sex with Satan. Niggas was like, we are for this.
Right.
All the Christians disappeared. Everybody disappeared. This nigga was selling blood sneakers.
Yeah.
Satan's blood in them.
Yeah.
And he's a full gay man having sex with Satan in the video. And the niggas was like, we fuck with this.
MTV was like, we fuck with this.
This is it.
Let them do some black power fucking bullshit video and they'll never get played. You'll
Right.
never see it. And that's the type of level that we at. That's the blockade from the gay shit.
Yeah.
It's just an unnecessary vibe that we don't need right now.
Right. So,
Phase.
you know, like I'm saying, like with Laverne Cox, she's replacing this cisgendered black woman. And I just wonder if this is happening a lot in real, like even with Billy Porter.
Oh,
Like,
that
even
nigga
though
was the fairy.
Right, in Cinderella. Even though he's not trans, he is a gay man. And they decided that, oh, we're going to turn this woman, this white woman, or really a white woman, being replaced by a gay man.
That's messed up. You know what I'm saying? The brand new one, we tried it. We had black.
Right.
We have
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, we have Whitney
Whitney
Houston.
Houston was
So
the
you
fairy
mean to tell me
godmother.
Billy Porter is the new Whitney Houston?
Right, that's exactly what
That's
happened.
the disrespect.
So we went from the cartoon version, which was a white woman, and then we went to the TV version, which was a black woman, and now we have a black man.
That's
as a
messed
fairy.
up.
So I'm just like, how come they couldn't just go with the white man that's a fairy?
If you wanted that bad.
Like, you know, like we already did the black woman thing. Okay,
So
great.
isn't the evolution a gay white man? Shouldn't that been fucking Billy on the street?
Oh shit.
Shouldn't Billy been that nigga? Right,
That
see?
sounds like fun.
More than 3 letters in the LGBTQ. Like, can you be trans, gay?
No, they said that the
So,
niggas was like,
so you'd be like, I'm ETQ.
yeah, I'm binary, trans, and queer.
And no, in questioning.
And questioning. I'm BTQQ.
Are you QQ too?
I'm Q. Oh, you QQ? Sis!
I too!
I went from no friends to one friend. I don't think your sexuality changes from being an introvert or a loser. If you're a loser, you're a loser. It doesn't change. You have to go out and do the work. You can't just get all this smoke.
Hide behind all this.
Stop this nonsense.
Stuff.
Because you're going to have to deal with yourself. At the end of the day, like once
So,
you're done, your parents is done being your cheerleader.
Yeah, but this is not for trans, adults. Like, you're already living your life. You made that decision. You took the hormones as an adult. We're just talking about the children.
Still looking for that. You still looking for them friends as an adult trans though. You're like, us girls are going out. Like, nigga got no male friends. When
Tom Cruise in Top Gun probably was, should have been.
He's the gayest dad I've ever seen.
A cross-dresser.
He's just the gay dad. The
Yeah.
proud gay pilot dad. But
you know.
Yeah, I don't understand why it went from a black woman to a black gay man.
Such a weird thing. They put that nigga in the dress and heels and all that makeup.
Even an Asian gay, you know, like.
That's just, I mean, if you're gonna elevate,
right?
Don't do. They said we did this for y'all.
Right.
Stop doing stuff for us. That's how we got Obama, and we never wanted Obama. I never wanted Al Green. I never wanted that.
And Billy Porter is not a good singer.
He's not a good actor, and I think he's blind. Is he blind? Every time I look at this nigga's eyes, they're looking at each other. I think he's blind.
Oh shit! No, and that was a point too. Like Billy Porter, Kinky Boots.
He wanted Kinky Boots.
He wanted Kinky. Okay, so
never seen Kinky.
You've never seen Kinky.
I know
Boots.
It's about red shoes.
But
Please, God, tell me I have not inspired something burgundy. Red, Charlie boy.
read an interview where Billy Porter was like, I wanted to play that role. It should have been me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but I don't think you have the acting chops.
Straight to. As a black queer man in America, my basic human rights have been up for legislation every single day from all sides. And by that, I mean that the black community's relationship with the LGBTQ plus community is appalling and eerily similar to that of white supremacists versus black folk. You cannot expect our demands of equality to be met with any real legislative policy and change when y'all turn around and inflict the same kind of hate and oppression on us.
I don't want to watch any more movies that don't have any black women in it.
I can't watch any more movies.
I think I saw a trailer for something the other day, and I'm like, there's actually no black women in this. It's like, I'm not watching.
It's just not realistic.
Right. I'm like, really? We don't survive anything? Like, we never
nothing. Not the apocalypse. Fucking.
Right. There's none.
You're not even in Resident Evil.
Right.
You're not fucking. You don't survive nothing, bro.
Right. Like you couldn't. And like, there's a perfectly good black woman sitting right over there.
Always. There's always a perfectly good black woman sitting right there.
I can definitely say we do have like a nice section in the film industry.
Right.
But I just feel like they're slowly trying to start erasing all of that and put a black man in it instead of a black woman. Black men get a lot of shine in Hollywood.
I know. No, we're good, bro.
Like,
we're kind of right now.
Like, there's no problem.
I mean, we're kind of doing okay. There's a lot of weird shit though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Some of the stuff I'm like,
But there's definitely a lot of black actors.
But British black men, predominantly. British.
Right. And we've got a nice selection of black women coming up right now.
But it's like 2022 though. And then like now at the casting room, there's gonna be 2 trainees, a white girl, right, and like 4 black women.
Right.
That's hard for casting her. I'm like, shit. I want to nail it. I want to do right by everybody, right? So they feel by hiring the trainee, everybody's happy. We haven't fixed what's happening to black women yet. They're still missing. You know that? There's black women still missing. So we haven't fixed any of that yet.
Again, are we transphobic?
I'm not transphobic. If any time that you step in the way of something else, people don't get to shine, you stepping on toes, I have a problem with it.
Right.
If we sort out the black woman problem in the movie industry, I have no problem letting another version of a black woman in.
Right.
And if trans people don't want to be treated like exotic species, be the non-boring, non-prize receiving genders that we all are. Because the last time I checked, they weren't like this. It wasn't speeches or parades for just being straight.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got nothing for just being a straight person, so chill the fuck out. Like, just be the normal version of your new gender.
Right.
Not like a unicorn, not nothing, none of that shit. Don't do any of that.
Right.
Just be a normal person. I don't think they should start out the gate just replacing black women. I don't think that's fair.
Well, I don't know. I wonder if that's their intention, like when they do these kind of castings.
Well, that's a director's intention.
I don't see a lot of Asian transgenders taking roles, and so a lot of white transgender taking role of white women or Asian women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't understand why it seems like it's always black women that are being taken out, you know, being substituted.
You guys are always on this.
Like
this
if you're for
block.
trans, it's not just black trans. You know, for population control, like
Yes.
we want more black men to become black women.
Yes.
To be trans, to start like, you know, I just don't understand why they're pushing so hard for these kids to declare an opposite gender of what they already are, like, and to fuel the industry,
with some sort of like algorithm that, like, and again, a war that doesn't exist. I think that they're trying to start this beef that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that too, but also an agenda to, like, you know, manipulate black men into becoming more feminine.
Right. Well, if I trapped into my non-binary side,
because black men are just too hard. You're too threatening.
What can I say?
So if you become a woman, like,
I like Gucci.
We'll take it easy on you.
Right.
You know? We won't fuck you.
Stop
so
locking
bad.
your ass up. Look, nigga, you want to stay out of prison? Put this dress on. Put this dress on.
You think Billy Porter is going to have trouble?
He never gets stopped by the police unless they want to take a selfie.
Exactly.
Right.
So then let that be Jerome.
He's dead. Jerome is dead, right? And he's just a cis, whatever, straight male, doesn't want dick today. Why can I be special too?
Being a little...
No, because the trainees want us to treat them like the genders that they feel.
Right.
So they should get the same smoke as us. You already dodging periods. You dodging all the weak shit, the fucked up shit that happens with y'all. They dodge that, get to wear all the white clothes, all the fucking... You know what I'm saying? All the fucking white clothes, all the short shorts, all the times of the year and all this bullshit because their legs are warmer because they men.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to play the game, get all the smoke because we can't change. Black people, we can't change.
Yeah.
We're going to, no matter what weather, no matter how we feel for the fucking day, no matter how I feel inside, like sometimes I feel peaceful, but I'm still treated like I'm a violent person. I'm like, if I get all that smoke all year round and you want to take my gender and my role in a movie or whatever, you better get that same smoke.
Right.
That's the real experience. It's not just dressing up.
Right.
Or putting something in your ass. Or putting something in somebody else's ass. I don't really care what white gay people do, honestly.
I don't think anyone does.
But they're not even doing movies like that, though.
I really think, like, no one really cares, and then I think that's the
It's
problem.
not popping till we do it. It's not pop. There's no white Laverne Cox, bro.
I mean, Caitlyn Jenner, yeah.
Get the fuck. Caitlyn Jenner ain't no fucking movies.
Right, not an actor.
And nobody cares what the Kardashians do anymore.
Right. But I'm saying black actors, black male actors, black cisgender male actors, they're doing okay. They're not being replaced by gay men.
No.
Gay black men. White gay men.
Oh, so if Fred Hampton was played by Billy Porter?
They know not to do that. Like, right. But I'm just saying, like,
no, they don't play with it.
Black men are safe in their roles.
How come we have such a staple of, like, we know what a black man is, but nobody knows what a black woman is? I have an answer to that question. Don't mind if I do. I think that's where it all starts. Like, we all know what a man is. A man kills. A man rapes.
It don't matter.
Right.
Change your sex if you want to.
You can do whatever you want.
A woman is a woman if you feel like it.
Exactly.
This is something most kids, most adults have been fighting their entire lives. You think that if you're born with a penis, that means automatically you're a boy. I delivered babies for 20 years. We delivered a surprisingly large number of kids whose genitals were not necessarily male or female. So even in nature, God does not get it exactly divided into two camps. Thing is, the penis is the same as the clitoris, really. Everything a boy has, a girl has, and everything a girl has, a boy has. And then I deconstruct genitals when I do my surgical work and then build them back up. We're just turning back the clock, basically. And now, are you on our list for surgery now?
So now we're gonna pretend like we don't know where
it comes from. Like, what is a pussy? That lady said that the penis and the clitoris are the same thing.
Right.
What kind of Frankenstein shit is that?
Yeah, they call them. What is the new term for birth mother? Birthing people.
Nah.
So they've erased the mother now.
Nah, sounds like.
So what? Are we gonna get rid of Mother's Day and Father's Day?
Oh
like,
shit!
You know, like what's happening?
Recent budget proposal, they shifted from using the term mothers to birthing people. Why do you think they did that?
I guess because they didn't want to offend anyone, I guess. But it's kind of offensive.
So I think there's a lot of commentary out here on gender pronouns and how we should be referring to people. So I think everyone's just trying to be as politically correct as possible and be super inclusive.
I don't know. I think today's society is getting a little soft. Probably not to hurt anybody's feelings.
I guess it's more gender neutral, right? Because it's so easy for anybody to have a baby now.
Anybody can have a baby?
Seems like it, yeah.
Wait, what? I need you to ask me that question again, because
it's a lot to process.
It is a lot to process.
Mothers to birthing people?
I mean, everybody's offended by everything now, so it just makes sense that they're offended by the word mother.
And changing all these titles is just ridiculous. Like, not everybody can give birth. Mothers can give birth.
Lives.
It's not so much offensive, but like, who else gives birth other than a mother?
Yeah, like why are you trying to confuse the topic? Like why is this even something to address?
No, it's weird. They did all this shit, and then they have a nerve to do like this gender reveal shit.
Oh shit! What are we gonna do with those? They burnt down the forest. They burnt down the fucking Los Angeles. Right.
So at one time, we're having like this gender identity
proud gender parties.
Conversation.
Proud.
And then we're having like this gender
Get rid of it. Get fucking rid of it.
Oh, it's a boy. But then
yes.
In 3 years,
it doesn't
like,
matter.
Oh, you're a girl.
You can be whatever you want.
You see how that
burnt down the forest.
Right. Yes.
Burnt it to the fucking ground, and now genders don't matter.
Took that as a sign.
What? It was a phase.
Like they really wanted to
stress this gender shit or
right.
Kill it.
Exactly.
Right. It was assassination.
No more of this. No more gender revealing. Fuck. Like right. Is that them protesting against like the
trans?
Like,
oh, okay. Like they're saying I only have cis children.
Right.
In the scheme of things, when you love someone, whether it be a child or an adult who is struggling with who they are, because that's all it is at the end of the day, you got to make sure that they're honest with themselves. And that's your way of being honest with them, by making sure that they're being honest with who they are who they are, right? And that helpful is helping them get rid of their identity for the sake of them just like fucking with, like nagging you, stop calling you. Like, you don't want to erase someone's identity. They have to deal with who they are no matter what. Whether you are a man or a woman, you still have to deal with who you are as a person.
In closing.
Okay. So what did we learn? Nothing perhaps. Something I hope. Now I may not be the biggest baby in the nursery. Fucking Charlemagne again. Gender may be becoming fluid, but self-respect is as solid as a rock. I want every version of what the alternative female sex is to have their own shine, and not to be toppled for what has already been attacked and slandered by another gender.
Men.
If we need more trans
Straight
movies, write them.
Men.
But let's not have Laverne Cox as Michelle Obama in the next biopic. Let's finish our plates of food that we have in front of us, of this unbalanced racial placement of the black female. When that plate is cleansed and put away, then maybe we can make room for dessert.
That are going on in our world. All the war, all the famine, all the pain, all the bloodshed. I'm just grateful that my journey in life has taught me that if I don't like what I see in the mirror, all I gotta do is go inside, do the surgery on the inside. That's all I gotta do. I don't need a surgeon. I don't need a pill. All I have to do is be willing to look in the mirror and say, I love Michael. And as easy as that sounds, it's a very hard thing to do.
Rest in peace, Michael K. Williams.
Well, that was our Odd Negroes approach to transphobia. Maybe we're transphobic, maybe we're not.
What do y'all think? Did this clear anything up for you? Was it informative? Or did we just add to the ball of confusion? We hope you enjoyed this episode, found some humor in it. If you were offended, good. If you weren't, please stay tuned for more episodes. Our next episode will feature a very special guest from White Guilt Penitentiary. Ooh la la.
You have been listening to Snap Back to Reality.
Also, shout out to Elliot Page, who hasn't taken any male role yet, and who makes a cute couple?
Who?
Ellen and Laverne Cox.
Wait,
yeah.
Ellen and Laverne.
Yeah, why don't
lesbian and a trans?
Yeah, why don't trans females date gay women?
That makes so much sense. That makes more sense.
Would they?
Right. Would Ellen ever date Laverne Cox?
Try a little chocolate.
Chocolate drop.
The chocolate drop.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. Trans women dating gay women. Let's see if that's a thing.
Shouts to Elliot Page.
Because women love women, right?
Right. Thank you for listening.
Odd Negroes
out. Odd Negroes out.
Enjoy yourselves, guys. Be safe out there. Love you. Sweet dreams.
All right, I'll come tuck you in. Give me your address.